So I was driving across the country with my sister. And let me just say this. We didn't stop at Las Vegas or the Grand Canyon or Mount Rushmore, but when we get to South Dakota, I see this huge billboard that says, "World's largest donut." And I'm like, pull over. It's at some place called Wall Drugs, and it's going to be about 30 miles off of our route. And also, I don't even like donuts, right? I mean, sure, sometimes I'll go get a box and I'll eat one. And I'll be like, yeah, those weren't that great. And then I will scarf down the rest of the box and be like, yeah, I don't like those that much. I'm not into donuts. But for like 60 miles, they tempt us with these billboards. World's largest donut, big donut, giant-ass donut. And it becomes a special occasion to meet this donut, which is the problem because life is full of special occasions when it comes to food, right? All the time. There's Thanksgiving, and Easter, and Halloween, Fridays, right? Then it's Saturday, woo! Sunday brunch, I mean, it's like, how you didn't eat that much yesterday, so today's a special occasion. Or, this is a good one, how food doesn't count when you're at a layover in an airport, right? Because scientifically, it's kind of like you entered a time-space warp, where now duty-free means you can eat candy and Burger King and a frozen yogurt, and after it's like, that never happened, it was mountain time. Right? Doesn't count. So, world's largest donut. We get off our route, and we're going, and the whole time we're traveling there, we're discussing how big it's going to be. Well, by this point, I've gotten so amped up that I'm like, I don't think it's going to fit in the car. I'm just really worried we don't have enough money for one of these donuts. We do have a credit card for emergencies. And I don't think I need to tell you that I'm pretty sure this qualifies as an emergency. So we get there, and I'm so jacked up, I think we're going to see it from the parking lot. It's going to be like a bunch of those Randy's donuts, only real and bigger. Well, we don't see it from the parking lot. We do eventually find it, and it's the size of a regular donut. The biggest compliment I could give it is, it wasn't a mini donut. It was not a Hostess donut. I'm like enraged, you know? But I didn't know what to do. I was younger. I left. I overate over it for 10 years. But yeah, now I'm spiritual. And I know that God would want me to express my anger, my truth. So I recently wrote this letter to Wall Drugs, and I CC'd it to 60 Minutes, so I'm pretty sure they're going to cover it. Dear Wall Drugs, during the late 90s, lots of promises were made and not kept. Many people dreamed of making a fortune in the dot-coms. I dreamed of meeting the world's largest donut and eating it with the world's largest glass of milk, or maybe just many, many individual regular-sized glasses of milk. That part was never determined. But speaking of regular-sized, what I now realize is that your donuts are regular size. This is despite the fact that a billboard, which I now know represents a contract, was posted, luring me 30 miles off course and into a situation where I was assured I would receive a very, very, very large donut. Recently, I've completed a master's program in spiritual psychology, where I've come to realize that forgiveness and personal responsibility are key to my own spiritual growth. So I forgive myself for judging you as evil because you ran one of the world's worst scams by promising innocent, law-abiding Americans the, quote, world's largest donut. I'd like to invite you to take personal responsibility for your decision to mislead me by sending me 50,000 regular-sized donuts. Here's my address. Sincerely, Penelope Lombard. P.S. I like glazed.